What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel. Today, we're going to be discussing something a little bit more relatively unknown, and a little bit more on the conspiracy side here of the theories that we've posted. Now, I'm a massive fan of theorizing in general, but theories like this I absolutely love, and realistically, we may see ties in with this in Black Ops 3. Today, we're going to be discussing the role of mind control, or rather, cognitive reshaping maybe, and it's come into play with Black Ops 3. There are loads of avenues that we could spark discussion on this, and things that we can just say, hey, you know what, that could actually link up. So let's jump right into this. Firstly, way back when we first started to find out about Black Ops 3, we still thought we were going to be able to find out just exactly what our story would be focused on. Little did we know, though, that we still wouldn't know just about anything here in late September going into early October. We had all these clues thrown about by the Unmarked Man and Jaxi Planet. Of those clues, many of those theorists in the community found ties with Project Mkultra and other Black Book classified projects in the real world. Those things dealt with mind control specifically. Now, Call of Duty isn't exactly adventuring into new territory with this kind of stuff. Black Ops 1 had a ton of Easter eggs that tied in directly with a bunch of Black Book projects like this, like Project Mkultra. Now, with all this stuff being teased and fed to us by these sources, once again, even still late into September and into early October, we have no idea what this actually means or where it's actually heading. So let's be honest, everything teased to us has a rhyme or reason, and it's not really a wild goose chase we're gonna be going on here. So there's a few spots that I think this could play in directly with. Firstly, that being the Snapchat teases from Dr. Salim. Next, we have the prequel story and the simulation theory we talked about here not too long ago on my channel, and then also potentially zombies. So let's start it out here with the earliest forms of what we have, the Snapchat teases from Dr. Salim. As you guys know, Call of Duty did do the marketing campaign this year, starting out through Snapchat, and something that a lot of people could just tune in and watch these 10-second videos or less and see exactly what was up with all these teases and where we could see our next title going here for Call of Duty. Now, Project Mkultra, if you guys do not know what it was a CIA mind control program. It was a Black Book operation and something that wasn't really accepted well by the community and just general public as a whole back then. It dealt with things like hypnosis, chemicals, sensory deprivation, isolation, and other things like torture to the extreme. Now, what does this stuff kind of sound like to me? Well, if you guys do remember back to all these experiments that we had Dr. Salim showing us and discussing the human conscious and mind, it to me definitely feels like we could see some sort of tie-in here because of all these sensory overloads, the hypnosis, the actual playing with the brain and other pieces to the human consciousness. It's something that definitely I feel like could actually be seen here. That's where all these theorists actually came up with the idea that it could play in with it. But moving forward, what else could we see? Another rational tie-in ideology here for this was the prequel story. Enhance yourself for a better tomorrow.info. That whole site, that was the final landing spot of the marketing campaign back in April when Black Ops 3 was just being revealed to us. After that, things went kind of dark and we had no real info until a bit later. But what this site was setting up the Black Ops 3 universe via a prequel story. We got to meet our first characters, Bastion, who was a new head of communications at Coalescence Corporation, Gurmit, who was a hotel worker, and Christian, who was somebody that took Gurmit under his wing. The key part about all of this, though, are those last two characters that we just named. Christian was doing a memory resuscitation therapy, if you want to call it that, where PTSD patients and other mental illness patients would enter this virtual reality world and they would relive memories that they would have, either traumatic or something that was near and dear to them that was good. In that, they would slightly, by every time it played, alter one little thing to it to the point where by the end, they didn't remember the original memory, but rather they remembered the implanted memory. Now, like we mentioned in a video here a couple days ago, to take it even a step further back, this simulated conscious actually could have been the entire prequel story, as it was a simulated cognitive assessment here for whoever was actually taking it. They would actually have these command prompts at some parts in the story where it would actually bring up the ability to do something here and do something something there. Most notably known at the very end, where it cuts off in a very dramatic fashion, a very big cliffhanger, but you're left with two choices and you don't know exactly what happens just yet. So that overall, it was almost like a simulation in a simulation. Now, that actually plays into the theory that Black Ops 3 might in fact be an entire simulation. With all this being said, there also is a simulation grid that the battlefield is portrayed as in Black Ops 3 multiplayer. So that in itself could be a facet in which this mind control or mind altering could take place. Now, finally, I want to touch on zombies very quickly. Zombies is something that we still don't know about really relatively too much. We know of the Giant, we know of Shadows of Evil, but that whole rumor of a zombies campaign is still something there. It was actually on marketing material all the way back in May whenever GameStop got a few things to show off to the general public. It was worded either trickily there or it actually was the first real case that we saw of this. Now, the rumor is that after the real campaign, we're going to be getting a zombies campaign, a very linear story following a brand new era of zombies. So that's something that's very cool to see, but the whole rumor behind this rumor and how this story sets up is that there is neural interfacing and mind control directly in it. Of that, our main bad guy here is actually controlling our zombies via this neural interfacing and what is directly hooked up to the minds of these zombies. So essentially controlling a whole zombie army. So while we still have no real information on Project Mkultra and how it ties in with Black Ops 3, way back in May when this was actually first touched on and really given to us hints here towards these projects that are 100% black book and something that is very secretive in terms of CIA protection and all that kind of stuff. Though we still have these hints here, we don't know exactly how it ties in, but my guess is that it's going to be something similar to one of the four things that we discussed here. Something ties in directly with Black Ops 3, otherwise we wouldn't have had any hints here actually given to us. Everything Treyarch does is for a reason, so I'm going to take a bet here and say that we will be seeing the return of more information on this relatively soon. So that's where we're going to wrap the video up here today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me just think down there in the comment section down below, how do you guys think that this could tie in, if it ties in at all? I'd love to hear your thoughts down there, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, be sure to like, rating down below, any shares their Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace. If you're a jerk, that I was greatly appreciated. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for the best quality Black Ops 3 content and any new news and fish. You guys know exactly where to find it right here on my channel. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. My name is Nikolai Espresso. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care and peace.